show you what I found on my way home. There's having a garage sale down the street, and I stopped to check it out and see if they had anything good.
You didn't get more shoes, did you?
No, I didn't get more shoes. But I found this really cool pot. Look, it's really cool.
Oh, that is cool. I've seen one of those before. Where was it? Oh yeah, my grandma. She collects them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if they're worth anything?
No, but she might.
Can you call her?
Sure.
Now?
Now.
Yeah, right now.
You want me to call her now?
Yeah, look how cool it is.
Hi, Grandma. It's DJ. I'm good. I have a question about one of your pottery pieces. Yeah, there's those ones with the red wings on. Those are the ones. Colleen found a piece like yours. Where'd you find your pieces? Okay. Got it. Thanks, Grandma. Love you too. Bye.
What'd she say? What'd she say?
She said this is where she found her pottery in Red Wing. She said to go down there and check it out.
Cool. I'm gonna go down this weekend. I'm free.
Building was built in the late 1800s, and it was the main operation. The brown building with the white trim, that's the old office building. On the other side of the building is where the kiln is. The kiln here in Red Wing was the longest kiln in America. It stretched the whole length of the parking lot. They stopped producing stoneware completely in 1945 because of the invention of the refrigerator, glass jars, and just different ways of canning. But stoneware, the crocks and the jugs, that was the way things were preserved back then. So this is the entrance to the American Pottery Museum, which is managed and organized by our sister organization, the Red Wing Collectors Society Foundation. They've been an organization for just over 9 years. They opened the museum in 2000. Primarily the displays that you see here are all either on loan by members or are donated to this museum. They don't purchase anything, so everything you see here is pretty much a great example of everything that Red Wing ever made.
Can you tell me about how you got started and what was exciting to you when you got started?
Well, my grandma and grandpa Morris, they were big collectors. They have a house full. You know, when I was little, it was a big thing going to grandma's. You got to look at everything. And then when I was about in second or third grade, I decided I wanted to start collecting. So my mom signed me up to be a member with her under her membership. And it was really exciting because it's like all new. You know, you get to read about it, you get to learn about it. You need something to look for, something to save for, something to, you know, put in your room.
Sure. I see you found a couple pieces today already. Where did you find those?
They're over in there beyond where we're sitting is the pottery dump where, you know, if a piece, if it got burnt in the kiln or if it cracked, they just throw it over the edge. And I think it's used to be part of a wetland. Some of the stuff is submerged. And so there are actually people who will go down and dig for it, and they have a large collection. And then they donate pieces to the museum so people can look at it.
Oh,
and they're always researching and finding new pieces that can add to the history or the timeline.
After arriving in Minnesota and learning that there was a Red Wing Collectors Society, I joined the society in 1981, and it was a good chance to liaison with other like-minded people who were looking at either the stoneware at that time primarily, and also a few of us who branched into the artware and dinnerware that was made here in Red Wing. So there was a whole variety of things that one could collect and enjoy. I'm delighted to say that I have given many of those pieces to the Red Wing Collectors Society Foundation Museum, which and also to the Minnesota History Center, and so that they can be shared with other people over time. As you probably know, the original Red Wing Collectors Society was a great group of volunteers, all volunteer work for decades, and then this group was the basis for the founding of the Red Wing Collectors Society Foundation. It was out of their vision that the foundation was formed.
The society is really about the passion for the collecting. You know, that our newsletter shows through the pages the passion of our members. It's not just about, you know, collecting one of every crock Red Wing ever made. It's really learning about how it was made, who made it, you know, where it was made, how it ties to the community, and how it made life different or better for the people who used it. And then finding, I think, 2 new ways to use those things. You know, crocks that were used for storing meat and food, you know, back in the day on the farm, these things still have a use. You can still make sauerkraut and pickles in a 100-year-old crock. You can still put your flowers you pick in your garden in a 50-year-old vase. And when you get down to it, you go to Target and you look at a new pottery vase, it's $50. Well, you can go to an antique shop in Red Wing and buy a Red Wing vase for that price or less, depending on the shape or style. And there's so many varieties to choose from, and it only takes one piece, and then you have to have more. Being a member of the Red Wing Collectors Society is very inexpensive. It's $25 a year. You get a 6 bi-monthly full-color newsletter that covers everything from auctions and classifieds to articles about members, to collections, to latest finds, to what's going on with the Red Wing Collectors Society Foundation and the museum, so it's a great resource. You can attend both of our conventions. We have a midwinter get-together in February and a July convention every year in the summer here in Red Wing. And then the last, but another benefit that we have is that we produce an annual commemorative every year in conjunction with the convention. Nobody knows what it is until the first day of the convention, so it's always, everybody always wants to know what it is beforehand. It's always probably the highlight of the convention is to find out what the commemorative is. And along with, you know, things like networking and being able to join a local chapter in your area so you can connect up with other collectors. We have resources on our members only side of our website. We have kids view programs. We have so much to offer to the novice collector or the seasoned collector that there's something for everybody. I can't tell you that, you know, how many members who have told 5 people that they're looking for something, and before they know it, lots of members are finding, oh, I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and I can bring it to the next show or the next convention, or I can mail it to you.